What is going on, my YT Gizang? Y'all already know what it is, man. This is your boy Rio, and if you are new, then welcome to the channel. Now today we going up there to Cleveland because, as we all know, my boy Shedeur Sanders is the starting quarterback going into the preseason game, in which, since he hasn't been getting first team reps, a lot of people starting to feel like he's getting sabotaged a little bit. In which Colin Cowherd, if you guys don't know, he got a show over there called The Herd. He got a lot of negative things to say about people who feel like Shedeur is being sabotaged. Plus, my boy Riddick gave his expectations on Shedeur Sanders on what he should and should not do in this upcoming preseason game. And we're going to talk all about that today. But before we get into the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 2.3K. So if you guys can help me out with that, I would gladly appreciate it. And make sure y'all get down in them comments below and let me know how y'all feeling about this whole situation. Let's see what Colin had to say.
But we got to stop this. If I was Kevin Stefanski and they're hemorrhaging quarterbacks because of injuries, and we don't need to see Joe Flacco. The last thing we need to see is Joe Flacco. I would make an argument, well, rich dad, famous dad, let's give him a little turbulence. Let's give him a little challenge here. So if Kevin Stefanski, and I don't think that's the reason they're doing it, but I could absolutely see a coach saying, famous, rich. I mean, wasn't it Shedeur who called himself legendary in the draft room? Let's see if he is. But the idea at some level of sabotage. Maybe Kevin wants to just see what his speed limit is. The other part of this that's ridiculous is how many reps do first team guys play in the preseason? He's going to end up playing with 2s, 3s, and 4s, which is what he's practicing with. Cleveland, and there's not, if you look at Cleveland's wide receiving core, there's not a big gap between the 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. It's one of the worst receiving cores in the league. And they're dealing with massive injuries at quarterback. So there's absolutely no value in screwing over Shedeur Sanders. He may not be the future.
Now, before I get to talking about what I want to talk about, I want to start off by saying that I don't really rock with Colin Cowherd when it comes to his takes on Shedeur Sanders, because there was a time where he was speaking positive of Shedeur. But I think ever since he got into that whole speeding ticket situation, he kind of started talking negative on him. So Colin, he flip-flops sometimes, man. That's why I don't really rock with him like that. But when it comes to Shedeur Sanders being sabotaged, I'm going to say, when it comes to my perspective, I don't really think that Shedeur is being sabotaged when it comes to him becoming the starting quarterback for the preseason. And the reason I say that is because we've already known he wasn't getting first team reps, right? Since the time he got into minicamp to now, he probably only got like, 3 reps or something like that, which we all knew at that time, because he wasn't getting first team reps. The only way he was going to be able to showcase his skills or showcase himself to where the Cleveland Browns will consider him of being the QB1 up there was the preseason games. So I think there's nothing different. It's all the same. It's still the same. It's the same. He in the same situation. The only difference is they named him the starter going into the preseason, in which he's probably only going to get reps with the ones, really, probably 1 drive, maybe 1 or 2 drives. We all know when it comes to the preseason, the starters don't really play that long. And to be honest with you, I really like the situation that he's in. And the only reason I'm saying this is because it was so many people talking negative about Shedeur Sanders. It was so many people in my comments talking about how he's trash. He's not even going to get in the preseason game. If he do, it's only going to be in the 4th quarter. He's going to get traded. He's going to get dropped. All of this stuff that they were saying negative about Shedeur Sanders. Well, what are you going to say now? What are you going to say now? So that's one reason why I feel like I really do like the situation he's in right now. Now, if I was to give Shedeur Sanders any type of advice going into this preseason game, I would probably just tell him to go out there and play his game. Don't worry about too much. Don't worry about trying to force plays, making explosive plays. If you got to check it down for the most of the game, just to get a rhythm of the speed of the game, then do that. You know, don't worry about anybody else, man. Just go out there and focus on you. Because let's be honest about this whole situation. Shedeur Sanders is going to have to go out there and play the game at his pace. And he's going to have to play great football. Great football. Because if he don't, if anything happens out there while he's on the field, it don't matter if it's his fault or not. They're going to put the blame on Shedeur. Mary Kay Cabot is, Tony Grossi is, all the people that don't like Shedeur is, any reporter or whatever the case may be. All right, they're going to put the blame on Shedeur Sanders. So at this point, bro, just go out there and just play your game and don't worry about forcing anything. But like I said, Louis Riddick did give his expectations on what he thinks Shedeur should and should not do in this whole situation of going into the preseason as a starting quarterback. Let's take a look and see what he had to say.
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously, as Mike was alluding to, you can't have pre-snap penalties. You can't turn the football over. You can't play off schedule on a consistent basis where it looks like you don't know what you're looking at, and meaning that you haven't been locked in, even though you haven't gotten the reps that you need in order to play at a real high level. Because I tell you what, look, Bart knows this. We were talking about it off camera. I know this. When you are a guy who was maybe starting out number 3, number 4 in the depth chart, really, it's about this. Are you willing to do the work and do the preparation when you don't know when the payoff's going to come? Right. That's really the true definition of resilience.
When nobody's watching.
Okay, when no one thinks that you're going to do the work because you don't know when the payoff's going to come, are you still putting in the time? This kid is wired to put in the time. And now it's his time to shine, which means show him that you've been in the book. And number 2, I always said this to myself in preseason in the NFL. Give them 1 or 2 dramatic snaps where they sit there and go, in that staff meeting after the game, number 12's got to get more reps. Number 12's got to move up the depth chart. Because did you see that? The uncoached look, the unscouted look to where he makes the right play and makes the dramatic play, because he's done it.
Hey, look, I agree with him. I agree with him wholeheartedly. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, man. Do y'all think Shedeur is really being sabotaged? Do y'all feel like this is his grand opportunity to being able to be solidified as the QB1 up there in Cleveland? Y'all drop down in them comments below and let me know how y'all feeling about this whole situation. I got to get up out of here, people. I love you guys. I'm going to get at y'all on the next one. Yeti.